I'm not expecting it to do much to them. This is just a general durability to make sure that when it goes through our next stuff, you know, maybe it'll create some weak points. We're kind of doing this like Forged in Fire style.
Yeah.
Matt's only ever seen one of them. I watched every Forged in Fire episode up until like 2015.
Yeah, I mean, this is only our first test of 7, so we're just gonna see how the belts look after this.
Chase has started hitting the belts.
Yep.
Oh, I just broke the buckle.
The buckle on the first belt is already broken.
I just broke it with hitting with the stick.
Let me see. Let me try to get a.
Yeah, here. There's a couple pieces. There's another piece. Let me get. Here's the last piece of it.
I didn't get it on camera, but.
It's all right. It just busted up. And I literally just hit it with a stick. Like that was a piece of wood.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't hit it with anything metal or anything. I just hit it with a stick. So, I mean, that's already showing, you know, the limits of these belts. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm also putting in some pretty heavy Mars.
Let me try to focus. It's focusing on your face.
So you see that I'm putting in pretty deep Mars in this leather.
Yeah.
Beating it up good. So I think that's enough for the stick. Let's move on to, I guess, a hammer.
Okay.
I don't know, we'll just use a regular construction. This is a 20 ounce. I know a lot of electricians use 16s. This is what I got on hand, so.
Yeah, I suppose we're just gonna. He's just gonna hit it a bunch of times with each tool, and we'll see how it comes out of it.
I mean, I'm already busting up leather there.
And we're already.
I mean, we're already seeing the insides of this thing.
Yeah.
Kind of popping out. I mean, it's already, you know, and I only hit it with a hammer a couple times. Especially right here, you can see real good. Busted up.
Mm-hmm.
And all that. So, we'll move on, I guess. So, we'll move on to a crowbar, I guess. Hit it a couple times with crowbar. You know, this is, I guess, simulating maybe if you drop something heavy. Again, pretty heavy marring. I mean, it's just eating right into that leather. Last things we're gonna do, I got a staple gun right here and a saw, so we'll see how easily this staples through. I mean, that thing went right through first time. Oh, that didn't. Oh, protected that one. Hey, there we go. First thing it did not fail at. I put a staple in it.
Oh. Trying to get it. There it goes.
There it goes. See, not too bad, I guess. We're gonna try to put a staple in a little closer. I'm just trying not to get my finger stapled. Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's protecting against staples pretty decent.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you staple a lot, it did go through on the first one though. I don't know if that's because I was pressing against concrete or whatever, but last thing, I got a little saw here. I'm just gonna kind of go through and just cut it up a little bit. I mean, it's already, I mean, just that is cutting this fabric up just like crazy, this stitching.
Where'd you cut?
Right here.
Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's already cutting the stitching up, and I haven't even put any effort into it. You know, yeah, I mean, it's eating that leather up like crazy. So, lot more brutal test than I thought. Not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be like a pretty simple thing. This is it. I mean, it's already busted up. So, we're not doing great.
Well, this belt isn't doing great.
Oh, well, we're doing great, but this belt is doing terrible. So that is the damage after the first test. So first we'll hit the belt, the buckle. Oh, see, that's not too bad.
No.
That buckle stood up. Okay, so we'll hit it a couple more times. I mean, I'm swinging this thing. It's not like I'm holding back.
No.
Okay, held up pretty good against the wood. Just a little bit of marring. Nothing too bad. This cut into it a little bit, but nothing terrible.
So now we went from stick to the hammer.
One hit. We're only going to do one hit on the buckle, and then I'm just going to do a couple hits on the belt.
Okay.
Pretty good so far on the buckle. Okay, it's cutting up a little worse on the hammer. So we got a deep gouge right here. That is actually through the leather. I don't know if you can pick that up. It actually busted through.
Yeah.
Going down, we got some breakout right there, some breakout right here. Wow, that's just horrible. It looks like something. It looks like I took a little bite.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna move on. We're gonna do one hit on the buckle with the crowbar and then down the line.
Okay.
Okay, that was a hit on the buckle. We bent the thing, but besides that, oh, well, I marred it up a little bit, but that's all right. Missed twice. There we go. All right, so we got a couple more splits in here, a couple more breaks. This is just from it, something, a heavy piece of metal landing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're busting it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Last things we'll do is the staple gun and the saw. So
Okay. Staple gun
Staple
is
gun.
next. Let's see how it fares against the staples.
not too bad. Went about halfway in, but didn't go through.
Halfway in, he says, with the staple gun.
All the way through on the second one. And I did not hit it in the same place. I don't know if you can pick that up, but here's the first place I hit. And there's the second. And that second one went through.
Oh, show that again. Okay.
So pull that out, and then we'll finally do a third one. I'll just do it on the floor. And that one went through as well. So, I mean, not good against staples. Other belt did better.
Yeah.
Finally, we'll just take the saw, do a couple, just run it across. Now, this thing doesn't have threads, so it's not as bad, but it's still, I mean, yeah, I just did that.
So nothing really. So this one really didn't hold up that too well against
Pretty much anything.
anything.
Number one, number two.
And I mean,
And we're producing some pretty heavy wear on this.
yeah, I mean, it's obvious that hitting it with these tools is gonna bang it up, but we're just trying to show how much compared to our belts, the damage-wise, will be done.
Again, I'm gonna hit it a couple times on the buckle with the wood. I'm only gonna hit it once each with the steel stuff, just because I don't want it to break the buckle. And then I'll just go down the line. This is our third competitor. So, okay, I bent that totally. Okay, so it actually held up pretty good. I'll kind of zoom in. I had to cover this up because it's got the name on it. But it's all bent in now. I hit that with a stick. Then if you look down the belt, now it held up pretty good against the wood, just hitting it and stuff. I only see just a little couple marks. I don't see any split out or anything. So definitely not doing too bad so far. Like you can see, only a couple marks. But now it's on to the hammer test. Remember, I'm hitting the buckle once with anything made of metal just because I don't want to break the buckle like right now. Okay, bent that in a little more, but besides that, be all right. Okay, after the hammer, we definitely put some deeper Mars in there, split out some of the side. Looks like I went all the way through right here. And right here. Actually, you can see a little bit of light coming in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, busted through it. Did not like the hammer. Crowbar. Okay. Hit it once on the buckle with it. Buckle seems to be doing okay. Gonna do about 5 hits down the leather. Oh, missed one. Six hits on it.
Cool.
All right, so after our metal tools, looking a little worse for the wear. Definitely got a big split right there. Got a big split right there. Kind of broken out. Definitely went through here. So belt is definitely not doing amazing at this point. Split out here.
Yeah.
Split out here.
Okay, so we just did the crowbar test on that belt, right?
Yep.
So
Just did the all steel tools are done.
all steel tools. So now he is just, as you see, stapling nails into this belt just to see if they go through or not, how many it takes to go through, or...
Okay, so we have 3 here. I always do 3. First one went through. So first staple, second staple did not. Third staple did. I did that one on the ground, and that one went all the way through. Had to pry it out. So, yeah, you're gonna get stapled.
Yeah.
And the last test is a saw test. I just run it over a couple.
Just
times.
running, I mean, not trying to go too hard, just as
Just
you see.
seeing what a general, if a saw brushes up against you, what's gonna happen. All right, so I actually did pretty good against the saw. Just a little bit of splitting right there. Marring pretty bad. Stitching came out. Stitching came out here as well. And actually we got a little cut in there from the saw that time. So, like I said, I mean, all these belts are
Not looking very good.
pretty beat up. Okay, we got 2 more belts.
Oh, the next belt we've got here to run our tests on would be the most expensive of our competitors' belts. This one would be considered the highest quality of our competitors that we're going to be testing today. So if anything should hold up,
Should be this one. Hit the buckle 2 or 3 times, and then we'll go down the leather. Buckle's holding up pretty good. Just bent the bar in the middle.
okay.
So now I'm gonna hit the leather a couple times to stick down the leather.
Yeah, it looks like the stick has done the least amount of damage to this belt out of the 4 we've done so far.
Yep, we just got a couple marks up here. That's all we got from
Looks
them.
like when you hit the buckle as well, it bent this,
Little
but
tab.
it bent this,
prong.
the prong for the buckle. But the buckle itself is still in
Doing okay.
one shape, one piece.
So, and yeah, no, I didn't mark it up too bad even, like just a little bit on the edges.
Yeah. So definitely the
Working the best so far.
working the best for the stick. Let's run the other tests and see how it does.
Hammer.
Okay. Now it's time to hit the belt with the hammer. See how it does.
Still works.
Where'd you hit it?
Right here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, it took a big chunk out of that.
Okay, so looks like I split through on the end.
Split through at the end there.
So you see my little eye through there.
I think you've split through on all of them with the hammer.
Strong guy. What guy say? So this is kind of what it's done after the hammer. We bit a chunk out of it right there.
Yeah.
Chunk. Bit another little chunk out of it right there. This one was straight on the leather. It did go through a little bit, just a little bit. Didn't go through here. We have a big hole on the end. You can see my eye through it. Maybe. I don't know.
Not really.
Not really.
But
Because it's just a tiny little hole. Yeah. But I could see you guys through it. So that's the important part. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do the rest of the test. Hit with a buckle. Okay. It's on the leather. All right, so after the crowbar, you can see
oh yeah.
we bit through quite a bit of this. It's another piece of the crowbar, another crowbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're busting through this. Buckle is holding up surprisingly well against all this damage.
Buckle seems to be the most durable part
of this belt.
Of the belt. And it's a brass buckle.
Yeah, it's a
Probably why.
yeah, it's solid brass buckle,
Yeah.
so it bends a little easier than breaks. But that's cool, you know. We want to point out, hey, that's awesome. If something's working, we like to point it out. We're going to go ahead and do our last two tests, our staple and our saw. Oh, didn't even punch through at all.
Oh wow.
Same thing with the second one. Wow, that's pretty good. That's the first thing that I think that's the first belt that hasn't busted through with staple.
Well,
We're back. I had to refill the stapler real quick, just some technical difficulties. There's really only two more things to do to this. I got to put one more staple in it while it's on the ground, and then I'm going to take the saw and saw it up. So last staple is right here. Honestly, it didn't even, I mean, it punctured through, but not really. Yeah, right there. That little tiny piece right there. That's all that went through. Wow, okay. So, actually, this belt did relatively well. Just kind of go at it a little bit on two different spots. So, saw didn't do too much to it. It's not really biting in, which is good. That tells you it's nice top leather. So this is our American competitor, and this is how they did. This is the belt after. Looks a little bit more split up than the other one, but actually it did a little better than all the others when it comes down to it. So, this is our belt. I explained it to you a little earlier, all the differences and stuff like that, so we're just going to go ahead and put it through the test. We're going to start. There's once, twice, 3 times. No damage to the buckle at all. Oh, little bent in. Little bent in on the roller.
okay.
But besides that, nothing really, not even the prong. So we're gonna go ahead, go down it, and hit it a couple more times. So as you can see, no marring at all, just a couple marks on it, but nothing digging in, nothing I can even put my nail into, no splitting, no nothing. And I did 5 hits. Might have did like 6 on the last ones, but that's kind of, you know, this is what we did.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
already holding up way better.
Already. So stick done. We're gonna go to the hammer. Hit the roller again. Roller flattened out. But besides that, prong's still good, buckle's still good.
Okay.
And I'll even do an extra swing right on top of the screws. Okay, down the line. I'll do one more. Okay, so that was the hammer test. Go ahead and have Matt come over here to show you. This actually didn't even bite into it. It's just the leather punched down.
Yeah.
This didn't go through. It's a little bit of a cut, but did not go through. This one, same thing, a little bit of a cut, but did not go through. And just so you know, I mean, all the other ones, they were busting out when I hit them with the hammer. Yeah. So, I mean, this is relatively really good. I mean, that's a swing right there, and it's just an indent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're looking at it right here.
You can see how much stronger
This belt is.
This belt is compared to the others.
Okay, hit the buckle, bent in the prong. Prong's bent a little bit. Honestly, it's still usable. It's kind of crazy. So, we're right in line on what we should be. Go ahead down the line a little bit. Okay, here's our first breakout. I hit it where I hit it with the hammer, and it busted out the side a little bit. So, a little bit of tear out, but I mean, even those chunks aren't coming out easy. I had to really tug on that. Yeah. Other things were just flaking off. A couple more of the hits right there. Didn't bust through at all. Just, I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Comparatively, you know, I mean, because you're looking at the back, nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, even the buckle's holding up really well. So, we're going to do our last two. We're going to do our staple test and our saw test. So, staple test, do it twice in the air, once on the ground, just like we did last time. I'll try that one more time. Okay, those staples are literally, they're not even sinking in. They're just hitting off of the top.
Wow.
And popping right off. So I'm going to try the last one on the ground. Oh, that one's stuck. Looks like it did go through the leather.
But not back the other.
But it broke. the staple itself broke.
Wow. Did it make it to the other end?
Did make it through the other side on this last one. You can see a couple holes go through it, but I mean, that's tough. That's staple on concrete. I don't think anything passed that test. And finally, we're going to do the saw test. Take our saw on a couple places and just kind of go ham, you know, just a little bit of rubbing, you know, maybe you got a drywall cutting saw or something in your pocket and you're sliding that in and out, you know, all that business. So I'm cutting into this pretty hard and a little more than I did with the other ones. And you can see on the edges it's fraying a little bit, but there's no really chunks out of that leather. I mean, it really is just fraying ends.
Yeah.
So comparatively, and that's after everything. So
wow.
This is after everything. Our belt's still in one piece. We have one blowout, but everything else, I mean, we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at everything real quick. So you could see how all of these other products, they have the blowouts and everything, and ours is remaining completely in one piece, no problems there. Buckle is still usable. Actually, I'm gonna try it on. just to prove a point.
He's actually gonna try it on and see if it works.
So we're having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Still fits.
Still fits.
Still works as a regular belt. You can still keep using this. A little harder on the prong just because it's bent in, but that is still a completely usable belt. Everything else on here, no comparison. I mean, even our American-made competitor. I mean, look at that. All busted up, cut up, you know. Ours didn't have any of that.
No.
So that's our first comparison. This is the end of our kind of general durability test. Now we're going to go and we're going to do the rest of the test.